Welcome to the Voice of the Coast. I am your host, Danica. Along with me, we have the newest chief of police at the town of Baldwin. Congratulations goes out to Chief Anthony Gibson, who is the police chief. Welcome and again, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Yes. Tell me about getting in the mode of election. I mean, I've never really asked anybody that. Mentally, you have to prepare yourself for the run.
Yeah, it was a long, hard journey
Yeah.
to go out there and campaign and meet with a lot of people and have their different opinion on how the way you're going to run your department and what you're going to do. And first of all, I want to thank my supporter that voted for me. Also, I want to thank the supporter that didn't vote for me. I'm still your chief. My door is always open for everyone.
Yeah. Yes, and that is, you're right. No matter if you voted for me or not,
Correct.
I'm still the chief.
Correct.
So now it's pretty much it's time to put in the work, right? Would you agree with that?
Yes, ma'am.
And speaking of putting in the work, you have experience. Kind of tell me about your experience, the history that you have with the department.
Well, my first, I used to be assistant chief of Baldwin Police Department, then became acting chief, then moved on down to working with the school system for many years as a drill instructor for maybe 15 years. And I enjoy myself to my job. And when I'm working, do my job, I do it well, make sure the job get done well.
So you said you were a drill sergeant. Were you in the military?
No, ma'am, I wasn't in the military.
Okay.
Where I'm going at Viberry Parish School Board, and kids that have discipline problems, behavior problems in school, well, they come to us, and we try to help them to get their life back together. They call it like a second chance in life.
Gotcha. So you kind of work with at-risk children.
Right.
All right. It takes a special person, I will tell you that. My mom was a teacher, but when you are a drill sergeant, and especially when you're trying to reverse, or a cycle that is already like in them. So, I mean, definitely takes a special person to handle that. So I commend you for that. But you left, and now you're back. So why did you leave the department?
First of all, is sometimes you get burned out, and well, happened one day. The ex-chief of police who passed away, Jeremiah, he asked me, would you consider running for police chief? A lot of other people asked me the same thing. So I said, okay, well, I'm gonna run, So I talked, me and Chief Smith, the other Chief Smith, we talked. And I asked him if he was running. He said, no, he's not running anymore. So I said, well, I'm going to run.
Okay. So it must mean you had some type of working relationship with him. You did mention to me that you worked with Chief Smith because he's the outgoing, now I'm assuming retired. What was that like working with each other?
I'll tell you what, Chief Smith started with me when I was assistant chief in Baldwin. He started at 18 years old. Oh, he really put a lot of work, free time, wasn't getting paid.
Okay.
And he did an excellent job on my reserve squad. And I want to commend him for the time. And not only me just commending, the town of Baldwin commending the job that he did with his free time.
Yeah.
Also, I want to commend him on being police chief 8 years and the type of budget he was working with and the type of officer that he had on force. He did a really good job.
Well, it's definitely going to take a budget, from what I understand, to kind of get things in order and get it in tip-top shape that you want to. So there's going to be some work that has to be done, right?
First of all, it started from you got to work along with your mayor, got to work along with your new council. You got to work along with your new council member. And I think that we all work together and see that the idea and the plan I'm planning for the city of Baldwin, I think that we're going to be an excellent city.
Okay. You've been in office now, if we do the math, I guess about 4 days.
Yes.
Tell me, what was your first order of business?
Well, I couldn't wait, man. The 12 midnight came, and I was out there with my officers on complaints and stuff like that. And I mean, second of all, the next day I had a staff meeting, my officer, and I was letting them know that exactly what I wanted and didn't want it.
Okay, we'll talk a little bit more in depth with that, like some of the things your expectations, or what are some of the things that you are going to facilitate for your officers. We'll talk about that when we get back. Come on back right here on the Voice of the Coast. Welcome back to the Voice of the Coast. Again, I am your host, Danica. Along with me, we have Chief Anthony Gibson, who is the police chief with the town of Baldwin. You mentioned about just some, having conversations with your police officers, and I want to know particularly what are some of these specifics. What are things that you want to implement, you want to facilitate?
Well, first of all, training, number one priority. Number two priority is make sure each officer certifies their weapon.
Okay.
Number three is I want to see if I can, right now the sheriff department is taking out call at 12 midnight, and I want to see if I can try to get my office open on weekends, where in that place that people have complaints, they can come to my office. My office will be open. Try to get open. It all depends on what kind of budget I'm working with.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, speaking of office and open door, what is you mentioned? I asked you, I said, are you going to have an open door? You say, yeah, I'm going to have an open door, zero tolerance policy. Explain that.
Okay. Open door is that where I'm have a form that if a citizen have a complaint with any officer, they're welcome to sign a form. I will then investigate it. If I find that they did something that didn't go by my policy, I would take necessary action, because I want all citizens to be treated the right way, like they're supposed to, and also I want citizens to respect my officers.
Okay, so it's a two-way street, pretty much.
Right.
Okay.
And you're right about that.
Yeah. Okay. Now you come from a large family. There's a lot of Gibsons out there
Yeah.
in the town of Baldwin. And for your swearing in, you had an aunt who drove down from New Orleans who was there. You didn't mention mom, so tell me, how does
Well,
mom?
she took place of my mom.
Yeah.
And she told me, I'm kind of a joke.
That's okay.
She told me that if I win the election, that she will drive all the way down here to come see you on the swearing.
Yes. And is that your mom's sister? Yeah. So and coming from a large family like yours, I think you said 6 and 5, right? That has to mean a lot. And what do you think your mom would say?
My mom probably looking down at me.
And I know she's very proud of you. Yeah, definitely. So with that, you have seemingly a large fan base. I know they've been all checked Gibson on that election ballot. So what are their thoughts? How do your brothers and sisters and those who are your supporters?
Everybody coming together like a big family. They're real proud of me getting this position as chief of police. My cousins, all of them play a big part. My sister, my daughter, my grandkids.
Oh.
Uh,
So was this a dream of yours?
It was a dream.
Yeah.
And, it's one choke up. It's a dream that I
Yeah.
never thought it could be true.
Yeah.
And, to have my oldest brother is like a father. My oldest sister is like a mother.
Okay. So you're along on the younger side of
Right.
the family.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm the youngest of 6 brothers.
Come on. Okay.
I have 5 sisters,
Yeah.
and they love me to death.
Yeah.
They call me day and night.
Yeah.
And
You tell them when they call you, don't call me Chief now. When you're on the phone, don't say, hey, little brother Anthony. Say, no, hey, Chief. Tell them to call, put that title on there.
Right. And,
Good.
they play a key role in my life.
Yeah. Well.
And my daughter, my grandkids, they love the papa like my 2 grandsons. They don't want to go home to the mother. They want to stay with the papa.
Uh-oh.
And my granddaughter's like, I call like the mama.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So I always say, Papa, I got something cooked for you when you get off. you know. And all my family play a key role in this.
Yes. Well, that's awesome. I really appreciate you sharing that with us because, I know anytime that you're able to accomplish a dream, especially something you've been eyeing, and understand that you've had some influence from former Chief Gerald Minor. So this is a big win, I'm sure,
Right,
for you and
right.
your family.
And
So we're going to talk a little bit more. So we're down 2 segments, but we've got more business. I want to definitely talk about your role and how much time will you be in this office? Because I know it was one of the major questions being asked at the forum. So come on back right here on the Voice of the Coast. Welcome back to the Voice of the Coast. My guest, Chief Anthony Gibson, with the town of Baldwin, police chief, that is. And so during the forum, that was a Chamber of Commerce sponsored forum, and they asked each of you all the same question. At the time, it was 3 candidates. And that question that was asked, will you be a full-time chief? Now, I understand that you also work with the school board in Iberia Parish, and that's on a part-time basis, but will you be able to transform from part-time to being a full-time chief?
Yeah. Well, I started off my first night. Out there with my guys. I spent many hours out there with them. I be working with them day and night, make sure that each officer is safe and protected, and also knowing that they have a chief that really gonna care about them, that gonna be by their side when they need it.
How will you be able to manage? Are you going to continue with the school board? I mean, or how are you going to?
Well, I'm gonna try to finish out my maybe about a month, right? And then come and do my job with the people, the police department, with the chief, the people elect me to be their full-time chief.
Okay, awesome.
Because I never want to leave a place, and unless got to give notice.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. One thing that within the last, I guess, a few years, the sheriff's department, St. Mary Parish Sheriff's Department, has kind of really stepped in to kind of help out the officers in Baldwin. I know they're not a very large staff at Baldwin PD. Will that, I guess the cooperative endeavor agreement, will that agreement still stay in place? Will the parish sheriff's office, will they be, working with you, alongside you?
Yes, we always have that good relationship together, So I talked to a couple of people at the sheriff department. They're willing to come in and help us.
Okay, so that's going to continue.
Right.
Okay. Now, I did talk to you, said like maybe within the confines of your budget, maybe that might change where you're able to really take the reins a little bit more.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. What does that look like for you? I mean.
Well, excuse me. Well, I haven't got really, don't know what we stand with the budget right now, but I'm looking maybe in a couple more days, a couple more weeks, then I go from there.
Okay, so you still have to get a handle on the budget to
Right,
see
right.
what that goes. Okay, but just future state, if indeed you're able to get some grants and things, do you believe that Baldwin will be able to handle its office on its own without any?
Right. If we get some grants and stuff like that, we're able to hire full-time officer and possible a detective.
Okay, but you've talked to some other departments, some of the other departments like Berwick, PD. You've talked to some of their individuals, and they're going to be giving you guys something. What is that?
Well, excuse me, Malbury, we go a long way back, and Mr. Duval Arthur, not Duval Arthur, and possibly you're gonna get about 2 or 3 units from him. He's gonna donate it to us.
Okay, all right. Well. So that's great. It's good to know, and you can take a drink of water.
Yeah.
So I know that during the conversation that we talked about, you said that you were probably going to get some, I guess it would be new to you, but they would be used units. Approximately how many units do you foresee actually coming to the town of Baldwin?
Maybe possibly 3. I'm saying 3, possibly 3.
Okay.
But Also, the town, I think at the last meeting they had the council presented an order 2 brand new units
Okay.
for the department.
So 2 brand new units,
Yeah.
in addition to some units coming.
Right.
Okay. The units that you have on the road right now,
Okay.
are they in good condition or they need to retire?
Well, maybe about 2 or 3 need to retire.
Okay.
Maybe about 2 or 3.
All right. Well, come on back right here on the Voice of the Coast. We have much more to cover. If you need to. Welcome back to the Voice of the Coast. I am your host, Danica Long. With me, we have our guest, Chief Anthony Gibson with the town of Baldwin. And I want to talk to you about your relationship with the mayor. He's new, you're new.
Right.
And when I say new, meaning new at the helm,
The helm,
however, both of you come with experience because he's actually, he has served as an alderman and you yourself were once acting chief and assistant chief, and you've also worked the department. So what does that relationship look like between the two of you?
Well, I want to have that good relationship, number one, to now. And I hope that we can, meet once a week, and I'll be able to tell him everything that goes on in my department, and and let him know. And if anything that he can do to any complaints that he hear within my officer, the door is always open for him to we sit there and talk.
So I want to talk about now your relationship with the media. So I'm going to throw that in there real quick
Okay.
because you did say that there was one arrest. So I
Yeah.
want us to have a good relationship.
Right.
And I'd like to know, are we going to be able to get those reports?
Yes,
Okay.
because you know what, I want y'all to know every person that we arrested, because I want the meeting to know it, because I want the people to see that we doing our job.
There you go.
And I want that close relationship with the media, with the people, with the mayor, with the council.
Awesome. Okay, well, y'all heard it here. I got that on in there. That's
And
good.
people think that they can come to Baldwin
Yeah.
and think that they can do what they
There
want.
you go.
It's a new chief in town,
All right now.
and I'm not gonna put up with it. If you plan you're gonna come to Baldwin, do drugs, that's a no-no. If you plan on coming to Baldwin to bring guns, first of all, I want to get the guns off the street. And I need help from the community, mothers, grandmothers, sisters, brothers. And then we can do that. First of all, I want them to trust me as the chief of police, that they can give me a call where we can have, confidence, have trust. You got to have trust. People got to trust you, And then they'll be able to call you and tell you, hey, chief, look, this is this, got a gun, that and that got a gun, I want them to have trust in me. Citizens that know me back then, they trust me back then, I want them to be able to trust me now. Because on my campaign run, talking to different people, one lady told me, Mr. Gibson, I'll sleep on the floor at my house. I'm scared a bullet might come and hit me. And I told her, we're not gonna have that. If the council and the mayor give me my tools, I'm able to do my job. Which, when I'm saying my tools, give me more people I can put on road at nighttime, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
But if you think you're gonna come to Baldwin and bring any kind of traffic here, that's no-no.
Sounds like the drill sergeant has woke up. There it is.
I'm ready.
That's it.
I'm ready.
That's
I'm
right.
ready to do my perform my duty, the citizen of Baldwin, the people of Baldwin. Because that's who elect me, that's who put me there, and I made my promise. And it's a shame when parents that have kids that got shot, and they got to walk behind the casket, the kids. It's a hard feeling. I never had that feeling.
Right.
But I don't want it to happen to City of Baldwin. And I want us as a city to work together. Give me the tools where I can do my job. Give me the people I can do my job. I promise people that Baldwin could be a better place.
Well, with that said, is the town of Baldwin, are you guys hiring for new officers?
Well, It's all depend on the budget. Right now, we got the upcoming meeting is January 12th. I put I got two officers, certified officers coming. They want to work part-time. That's a plus. One officer is the narcotics detective. So you're getting the price of one person, you know. Another guy, he can spend working the road. I got maybe 3 or 4 reserves, guy that want to volunteer their time.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you for this first interview, and hopefully there will be many more to come. We thank you. Again, congratulations to you, and thank you for joining us. As always, make sure to subscribe to us on Facebook. We are KWBJ TV 22. Have a good night.